Because I'm doing something that some would say is dangerous, it's putting myself higher at risk of death, right? A lot of people, it's like, what are you doing? Why? You know, why do you need to climb this mountain? But we had a very clear mission.
No matter the price, we get to the summit with his grandfather's ashes.
How cool. Okay, you've just seen a trailer for an inspiring film about Austin locals who took on the challenge of hiking Mount Kilimanjaro. Filmmaker Joseph Lindley and producer Lauren Lindberg are here to tell us more about the film and their story. It looks so interesting. Y'all, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Lovely to see you both. Joseph, we're going to start with you. Talk to me a little bit about the film and why you wanted to make it, because we're going to talk about how timelines got really interesting here, but this was actually a personal journey that you went on, and you guys were just capturing film as you went.
Right. So myself and 3 friends decided we wanted to climb Mount Kilimanjaro in Africa, which is Africa's tallest peak. And in the process of planning this expedition, we found out it was actually one of my friend's grandfather's dream to climb this mountain before he died. Unfortunately, Forrest West II was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease and struggled with an epic battle the last 15 to 20 years of his life. And so once we found this out, we really realized there was a true why behind this trip. And so we set out to Mount Kilimanjaro, not just to climb it, but also to spread the ashes of his grandfather at the summit. And what started out as a very humble journey just to spread the ashes of a loved one turned into an epic quest when things went sideways, and then really became this universal story of life, death, legacy, and meaning.
Well, because you told me there was something scary that happened along the trip. I will tell you, I've got goosebumps because it's so heartwarming just to hear you talking about the why behind this trip. But talk to me a little bit about how things went sideways.
Right. You know, I don't want to spoil the full part of the film because it's really a plot twist within the film, but to give you some insider information into it, there was a near-death experience among the group, and we were really close to losing one of our crew. And so this really brought us face to face with death and mortality, which is one of the key themes in the film.
Absolutely. Kind of on this journey where you're celebrating life, right? You're celebrating what your body can do.
Right.
And also being faced with some of these really big ideas when we think about our own mortality. It's fascinating stuff. And Lauren, actually, y'all met just after he returned, but you've become a wonderful boon to his life as far as like creating this into a film.
It's funny because he says if he hadn't done Kilimanjaro, he might not have had the courage to approach me at the park.
Oh.
And he approached me at Zilker Park, and one of the first things we talked about was this epic adventure. And I've been a producer now for 15 years, and he showed me the footage, and I said, let's do something with this. Let's make this a really epic documentary and really create some meaning behind this.
And you were just going up to talk to a pretty girl.
It was a lot more than that in my head, but yes.
I think that's so sweet. It's so kismet. I love it. Joseph, what's something that y'all learned? I know you learned a lot, not only in the making of this film, but in the doing of this journey. Is there anything you can share with us?
Totally. I really just believe that it's how you look at things. You know, this expedition, this story, you know, depending on how you look at it, it could be a success or it could be a failure. And, you know, the lens that you choose to look at your life really determines the meaning that you find in it. And so, you know, going through and creating a film out of this and spending over 2 years of my life really allowed me to find the meaning in the way that things turned out on this mountain, which is something that you'll find out in the film.
Oh, I love it. That's such a deep thought. And Lauren, what about you? Anything along the way that
Definitely.
you learned?
Yeah, Joseph really inspired me because he was from the beginning like, there are layers and symbolism and meaning in all of life's adventures. And he's really taught me to look at synchronicity and look at like the subtle meaning in everything and put your whole heart into everything that you do. I'm used to doing commercials and projects where sometimes it just feels like you're racing towards a deadline, and he really shifted my perspective. Why not pour your heart and soul into something that matters to you?
I think that's really sweet. Not only that, but speaking of pouring your hearts out, you guys actually had a viewing of this movie with audience members back in December. Will you tell me a little bit, Lauren, about how that felt, how that went?
There's something so magical about watching a film on a big screen and just getting the real-time reaction. Joseph and I have been watching this film for months and months and months in the editing process, every iteration, and you can kind of numb yourself to the magic of the movie, and then on the big screen, it's a whole nother experience. And I know Joseph really enjoyed stepping into that theater and seeing, you know, the preview presentation on that big screen.
Yeah, can I hear a reaction from you as well?
Totally. So before really saying that this film is finished and putting it in the can, you know, it's crucial to get audience reaction. And so we invited 200 of our closest friends and their closest friends to this screening at Austin Film Society, which is our fiscal sponsor for the film. And really, I just sat in the middle of this theater and got laughs where I didn't expect to. You know, got sniffles, and really got the audience's reaction to this, and then they gave written feedback on the film. And so before this can truly be finished, you know, we wanted to get their feedback, find out the most powerful moments to make sure that those moments stay. And so really the film's almost done, and we're just using that last bit of feedback to really turn it into what it's meant to be.
There's that Japanese word for like the art of continuous improvement, and I feel like that's what you guys are doing right now, but almost done. And right after that, you guys are hoping to really get the word out, maybe even apply for some, you know, film festivals and things like that, right?
Right. So we've applied to over 20 film festivals so far. Our target film festivals are Boulder International Film Festival, Mountain Film Festival in Telluride, and then also Austin Film Festival, which is a little bit later in the year. But really, that step in our process is crucial to finding distribution so that everyone that's watching this can see the film.
Oh, I'm excited. Okay, and I know you can't give me a ton to work with, Lauren, but just real quickly, there are other projects in the pipeline, right?
Yes, we're very excited to continue to tell really important human stories that create community and create inspiration.
Sounds good to me, guys. Congratulations on the work that you've done so far. I'm crossing my fingers for you that we're going to get into some great festivals, y'all. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having
so much.
us.
Of course, to learn more about the film and how you can support these local creators, head to ashesofthemountain.com.